Hello, people of God. How are you? This is my Jacob's Way TV, and I'm Dupe Dupe Singer. This is episode 67. Episode 67. You remember the story in episode 66 how Timothy and Uche had defrauded me, and how they had dreams that scared them enough into confessing what they had done and to begin to know that God is a good God who brought them for mentorship and who also was helping the mentor to keep tabs on them on the path of righteousness that he had just put their feet on. Like I said in the last episode, people always tend to say I'm a very brave person. But I always say to them, no, I'm not brave at all. It was just the fear of the Lord, the fear of what could happen if one disobeys God that kept me on my way. There were times I was actually afraid to my very last cell. I told you once that the Lord told me I should get to that place, to the altar, at 9 a.m. and leave around and leave at 5 p.m. There was one day as I was driving out, I said to the Lord, I don't even know what these guys do after I have left this place. And as it were, people already know that I am the one that is with them here. Lord, do not let them get into any trouble. And by getting into trouble, pull me into their own trouble. I didn't kneel down to pray to say that prayer. But the Lord heard me. One day, shortly after I said that prayer, in fact, 2 days or 3 days after, Timothy came to me when others were not with him. And he said to me, Mommy, this thing I want to tell you, if nobody raises it up, please pretend as if you don't know. He said, do you know that the boys are afraid of you and they're afraid of the God who has sent you to them? I said, but you are fearless people. How can they be afraid of me? And he said to me, no, this is more than just being fearless. So what was the story? They had ammunitions. I don't know if ammunition carries an S. If it does not, you forgive me. They had their own, ammunition. And they were sophisticated. They had told me before that the ammunition were better and more sophisticated than the ones of the Nigerian police as at that time. And of course, they must have a place where they kept them. Do you know what happened? One day, the Lagos State government just sent caterpillar to that bush. The government did not know anything was hidden there. The caterpillar driver did not know anything was hidden there. Nobody knew except they themselves. They had dug a big well, a wide well, in which they had put all their weapons. And they had done a very good job covering the weapons up. They have done that for many years in the same spot, and nobody had been able to trace them to that place. Government needed to clear one bush for whatever reason, so they sent a caterpillar driver to go and clear the bush. And before you knew it, the caterpillar driver did not even know he drove over anything of that sort. By the time the boys got there, all their guns had been spoilt, were already in pieces. They were suddenly without any ammunition. Of course, they were pained, but they couldn't fight anybody. It wasn't as if somebody, um, went to tell the police about it. It wasn't as if anybody reported them, in any way. It was just God's own way of protecting me and protecting them from further trouble. All of the weapons were destroyed, according to Timothy. They could have cried, but they could not even cry outside. They couldn't cry openly. They had to lick their wounds very, very secretly. If it was not that Timothy told me, I don't think they were proud. It was not a proud thing. It wasn't something they were proud about that they could have shared with me. You remember that I said Uche also had a dream. I said that in episode 66, which was the last episode. But I cannot remember his dream. But I told you Timothy's dream. But that day that Timothy told me his dream, Uche pointed up his hand as if to say, Mommy, can I speak? And I said, Of course you can speak. He said, Mommy, I have a weapon. I have a gun. And I have kept it away from the others. And today, after that, my dream, I'm so scared. I want to hand over that weapon to you. It caught me unawares. Should I have said, No, I don't want to keep your weapon, or I don't want to take your weapon? Or if I have said that, will I be allowing him or encouraging him to use the weapon for something else? Should I not be happy to collect the weapon from him and hand it over to the police? He said, Mommy, as soon as we get to Lagos, I will go get my weapon and I will hand it over to you. Do whatever you want to do with it. And I thought to myself, what can I do with a gun if I break it into pieces and trash it and maybe bury it somewhere and it's not properly recorded? Somebody will use it against me sometime in the future, as if I had done an illegal thing. I didn't know what to do. I just kept quiet. Kept saying, Mommy, with that dream I had, I don't want to keep my gun again. Mommy, I don't want to keep my gun again. I will give the gun to you. And I went to the Lord and asked the Lord, what do I do with this guy's gun? I never collected the gun from him. I never even saw the gun. What do I do with this guy's gun? Because somehow I wasn't sure that I could not be implicated if I just carry the gun and take to the Nigerian police. I'm also not sure that a bad person in the Nigerian police will not take advantage of the gun and use it in an illegal way, the result of which can come to me in the future. I asked the Lord what I should do. Lord, what do I do? I need your counsel, because this guy should not go back to armed robbery. He should not go back to armed robbery. If he has his gun, he might be encouraged to go back. Lord, what should I do? The Lord directed me. I'm going to tell you what is said to me in the next video. You see, I'm always telling people don't ask God questions. You walk with the Lord, you know the Lord, you have served him, but you don't ask questions. If you don't ask questions from the Holy Spirit, how will he answer you? There are times he can give you direction without you asking. But there's no harm in asking God questions. I ask him many questions. It's not all the questions that he answers, but I tell you, there are many that he answers as well. He will give me very clear answer and direction. What are the issues on ground before you that you need direction for? Ask the Lord's direction. The Holy Spirit is there to help you. Don't you ever forget that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, for hitting the notification bell. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for leaving a comment behind. Thank you for liking. And thank you for standing by to watch the next episode. This is my Jacob's Way TV, and I'm Dupi Dupi Singer. Have a good day. Bye bye.